What I can advocate for as a young leader, yeah, because we want to go far, let us ensure that we offer ethical leadership. That ethical leadership may catch up with you, yeah. You may face some short-term obstacles, but look at the long-term benefit. You may stand firm on something which others are not believing in, but eventually they will believe in that, and you will have a long-term benefit to the people you lead. So that is my advice, and I believe that all of us can decide to be ethical leaders. Yeah? And that is where our society is moving. Hawa majenzi hao vijana wadogo siku hizi hawaangalii ile pesa mingi utawapatia ama ile maneno matamu utawaambia. No, ni watu wamesoma. They want to see a leader who is focused, who can offer good leadership. Na hiyo ndio itakuwa factor which will be considered in 2027. So ukitaka kuwa re-elected as an MCA, ukitaka kuwa renominated, ukitaka kuingia into leadership position, my advice to you, and you'll remember me, make sure that the card you play is the card of an ethical leader. Kama hatuwezi tetea vijana wenzetu, or rather, kama hatuwezi tukajitetea, are we able to kutetea vijana wenzetu? Hatuwezi. So Bwana Seth, ningeomba hii mwaka panga another summit ya Youth Legislators, maybe with the state department ya mambo ya vijana, tukae chini hata kama ni wiki nzima, and of course myself Kitui ndaleta wangu, and let every other speaker out there alete MC wake wale young, so that we can have a candid discussion on how to empower young leadership.
State Department, I'm very keen, I'm happy to move with it. Number two, how do we encourage our younger people to get involved? It's a lot of work. When Frank and I were in the youth processes, maybe tulikuwa tunajituma zaidi, because hakukuwa all these options available. Nowadays is assembly, there's a youth council, there's all those things. Sisi ulikuwa unasikia ni youth meeting hata kani ya political party na wewe si wa hiyo political party, we find ourselves tunaenda hapo kusupport our youth wetu wa hiyo political party. Yani we were in all young people's meetings.
It is now we take leadership mantle. Venye tu nimesema asubuhi, we take the leadership mantle sahihi. Kwenda mbele hakuna mtu mwingine atatufanyia.
What is your motivation into getting to politics? What is this that is pushing you to get to politics? If your motivation is power and money, then you are not able to balance ethical leadership and your ambitions. Because for you to sustain power and for you to sustain money, which is your main motivation, then you must do some few other things that may not be right. Because that is what you want to retain, and that is what your motivation is. But if your motivation is to offer some change, you know, you want to contribute into the development and whatever else that you want in your society, then it will be a bit soft on you.
The challenge these young legislators are facing at the counties is even getting to that budget committee, Bwana Speaker. And when they are not at the budget committee, I can tell you the issues of the young people cannot be addressed at the budget. Just we are told in the morning, 300 million is removed from the Ministry of Youth. Just like that. And even at the counties, resources are not being able to allocated at the dockets, and these people are representing young people, but they don't have a single budget. You know, and that's the challenge that still young legislators are facing. And I think we still need to address ourselves with those issues on how we can still uplift the level of young legislators at the County Assembly. And I think the Speaker should help us with that.
Thank you.
Think of yourself as a tree growing in the forest, and think about your roots. How strong, how deep do they go? And what makes up these roots? What values, what principles, what belief systems make up these roots? Because that is what is going to help you in your decision making. That is what is going to make you or support you in, making good choices and so on. That will help you in balancing ethical leadership and political ambition. It comes back to your value system, your principles, and how best are you aligning to these values, to these principles that you have.
I've just been confirmed 2 weeks ago by the Governing Council as the chairperson, because previously I was in an acting capacity, having taken over from Honorable Sabule, Speaker for Elgeyo Marakwet, who has taken up other responsibilities in the national government. I am the only female speaker in the country, Kenya. And so my colleagues are all male. The speakers are all male. But I have spoken to them many times when we have forums of speakers, and I've asked them kindly embrace women leadership in their counties. And one item that I have requested, because I have done it in my own county, is that to have a committee called Women Caucus Committee. I have that committee in my assembly. It is a standing committee recognized by our standing orders. Let us be reminded that our presence in the county assembly is not just about us. It is about the generations of women who will come after us. The decisions we make, the battles we fight, and the leadership we demonstrate set the stage for future women leaders. Therefore, as we engage in today's discussions, let us go beyond talk. Let us commit to mentorship, to supporting each other, and to creating pathways that will ensure more women take up leadership positions and sustain them. Let us also remember that leadership is not about the positions we hold, but also service, integrity, and impact.